My beloved child, listen to me carefully now. I am not speaking in a distant way, and I am not repeating empty words. I am speaking to you as a father who remembers every promise he has ever made. I know the concerns that weigh on your heart, especially when your thoughts turn toward your family. I know the quiet prayers you have offered for your children and your grandchildren, sometimes with confidence, sometimes with tears. And I want you to understand this truth clearly. My covenant does not stop with you. It flows through you. I did not call you only for your own life. I planted you in your family line for a reason. Long before your children were born, before your grandchildren took their first breath, I already knew their names. I already saw their struggles, their victories, their moments of wandering, and their moments of returning. Nothing about them surprises me, and nothing about them is outside my reach. You may look at them now and feel concern. You may see choices that trouble you, or paths that seem far from my will. Do not let fear speak louder than my promise. I am not a God who loses what belongs to him. When I said that believing in the Lord Jesus Christ brings salvation to you and your household, I was not speaking loosely. I was establishing a spiritual principle that stands firm across generations. Your prayers are not weak because you are older. Your faith is not fading because your body has changed. In fact, your prayers now carry a depth they did not have before. You have walked with me through storms. You have seen my faithfulness over decades. That history matters in the spiritual realm. When you speak my promises over your family, heaven listens. I have placed authority in your mouth. When you declare my word over your children and grandchildren, you are not begging me to act. You are agreeing with what I have already spoken. You are aligning your voice with my will. That is why I tell you to declare my promises, not to whisper them in doubt, but to speak them in faith. Speak them when you wake up. Speak them when worry tries to rise. Speak them when you see no immediate change. My word does not return to me empty. I know there are moments when you wonder if you did enough, if you taught them well, if you failed somewhere along the way. Release that burden to me. I am not asking you to be perfect. I am asking you to trust me. I am able to redeem years that seem lost. I am able to reach hearts that appear closed. I am able to send people, circumstances, and divine interruptions that draw your loved ones back to truth. My spirit moves where you cannot go. My spirit speaks when you are not present. My spirit convicts, comforts, and guides in ways you cannot control. That is why I promised to pour out my spirit on your descendants and my blessing on your offspring. This was not symbolic language. It was a declaration of intent. I am involved in your family's story more deeply than you can see. Your children are not accidents. Your grandchildren are not afterthoughts. They are a heritage from me. That means they matter to me. That means I take responsibility for them. When I say I will contend with those who contend with you, I am not only talking about visible enemies. I am speaking of spiritual opposition, fear, deception, and anything that tries to pull your family away from my truth. I stand as their defender even when they are unaware of it. There are battles you have never seen that I have already fought on their behalf. There are dangers I have diverted without announcement. There are moments when I held them back or pushed them forward for reasons you may never fully know. Trust that I am working even when silence surrounds you. Do not grow weary in praying for them. Do not stop speaking life over them. Do not agree with despair or negative labels. Do not say they are lost, broken, or beyond hope. Speak what I speak. Call them blessed. Call them protected. Call them drawn to truth. Call them recipients of my mercy and grace. Words spoken in faith shape spiritual realities over time. I am asking you to take your place again as an intercessor, not with anxiety, but with confidence. Sit with me. Bring me their names. Speak to me honestly about your fears, and then listen as I remind you of who I am. I am faithful to 1,000 generations. I do not abandon covenants halfway. What I begin, I complete. Your role is not to control outcomes. Your role is to trust, declare, and rest. Let peace replace the heaviness you have been carrying. Let hope rise again where discouragement tried to settle. Your family is not outside my plan. Your prayers are not delayed beyond usefulness. Your voice still matters deeply to me. I am inviting you to see your family through my eyes. I see potential where you see problems. I see future testimonies where you see uncertainty. I see redemption unfolding step by step. Stay aligned with me. Stay faithful in prayer. Stay rooted in my promises. My beloved child, I want you to understand something deeply today. Your voice still carries weight in my presence. Do not believe the lie that says your words matter less now because the years have passed. Do not silence yourself out of fatigue or disappointment. I placed breath in your lungs for a reason, and as long as you are breathing, your declarations still move the spiritual realm. I have watched you pray quietly. I have seen you speak softly, almost cautiously, as if you were afraid to hope too much. I know why. You have waited. You have believed before. You have trusted me through seasons where nothing seemed to change. But listen to me carefully now. Faith is not measured by how quickly things happen. Faith is proven by whether you keep speaking even when time stretches long. When I ask you to declare my promises, I am not asking you to repeat words mechanically. I am asking you to agree with me. There is power when your voice aligns with my truth. Heaven responds to agreement. Darkness resists it, but it cannot stop it. That is why I urge you to speak, not once, not occasionally, but consistently. Let my promises become the language of your home, even if you live alone now. Let the walls hear my words spoken through your mouth. I know you sometimes feel foolish speaking promises when circumstances seem unchanged. You look at your family and see habits, conflicts, distance, or silence. You look at your own life and feel limited by age, health, or strength. But I do not operate according to appearances. I operate according to truth. What you see is temporary. What I speak is eternal. Do not underestimate the power of steady faith. Loud faith may feel exciting, but enduring faith is what transforms homes. Each time you speak my word, you are laying another stone in a foundation you may not immediately see. Do not stop building just because progress feels slow. I see every word. I count every prayer. I treasure every moment you choose trust over despair. There will be days when doubt tries to rise in your heart. That does not disqualify you. Doubt becomes dangerous only when you allow it to take over your mouth. Speak anyway. Speak even when your voice trembles. Speak even when tears come. I am not offended by your weakness. I respond to your obedience. I want you to stop rehearsing fears and start rehearsing promises. Stop repeating what worries you and start repeating what I have said. When you speak fear, it grows louder. When you speak my word, faith grows stronger. Your home does not need perfect conditions to change. It needs my truth spoken faithfully. I am not asking you to convince me. I am asking you to remind yourself of who I am. When you declare that I will save your household, you are reminding your own heart that I am a God who rescues. When you declare that I will contend with those who contend with you, you are reminding yourself that you are not fighting alone. When you declare that your latter days will be greater than your former days, you are pushing back against the lie that your best years are behind you. I know you have seen disappointment before. I know you have prayed for healing, reconciliation, or change that did not come in the way you expected. That does not mean my word failed. It means my ways were higher, and my timing was purposeful. Trust me enough to believe that delays are not denials. Some promises mature slowly because they carry weight that must be supported by wisdom. Speak my promises with patience. Speak them without trying to control how they unfold. Trust me to work beyond what you can imagine. I am able to reach hearts in ways you cannot. I am able to soften resistance, break cycles, and open understanding at the right moment. Your job is not to force change. Your job is to remain faithful in declaration. I am teaching you how to rest while still believing. Faith does not mean strain. Faith means trust. When you speak my word and then release the outcome to me, peace will return to your spirit. That peace is not surrender to defeat. It is confidence in my sovereignty. Your obedience in speaking my promises is shaping a legacy that extends beyond what you will see. Some of the fruit will appear while you are still here. Some will unfold later. Do not measure success only by immediate results. Measure it by faithfulness. I honor faithfulness. I reward trust that endures. Let your days be filled with my word, not with regret. Let your nights be filled with hope, not fear. You are not speaking into emptiness. You are speaking into a living covenant that I am actively fulfilling. My beloved child, come closer now and listen without rushing. I want to speak to you about something you may have quietly questioned in your heart. You have wondered if the plans I once spoke over your life are still active. You have asked yourself if there is still purpose ahead or if the most meaningful chapters are already behind you. I am answering you clearly now. My plans for you did not expire with time, and they were never limited by your age. I am the God who sees the end from the beginning. When I formed you, I did not design your life to peak early and then slowly fade. I wove purpose into every season, including this one. You are standing in days that still matter deeply to me. Your presence, your prayers, your wisdom, and your testimony are all part of my design. I know the world often sends a different message. It tells you that usefulness belongs to the young and that the later years are only for waiting. Do not accept that voice. It does not come from me. I have always used those who have walked long roads because they carry depth that cannot be taught quickly. Your life has been shaping you for this moment, even when you did not realize it. I know there are things you hoped would happen sooner. I know there are dreams you placed on the shelf because responsibility, hardship, or disappointment demanded your attention. I want you to hear this with clarity. Delay is not cancellation. Just because something unfolded differently than you expected does not mean it lost its value. I am still able to bring fulfillment in ways that surprise you. I said that I know the plans I have for you, and I meant it personally. I was not speaking in general terms. My plans are thoughtful, they are intentional, they are filled with hope and a future, even now. Prosperity does not always mean abundance of things. Often it means peace in your heart, clarity in your mind, and strength in your spirit. These are treasures that grow more valuable with time. I am aware of your physical limitations. I know your body does not move the way it once did. I know energy comes and goes. Do not confuse physical changes with spiritual weakness. My power is not dependent on your strength. My spirit works most clearly when you rely on me fully. I am not asking you to do what you did years ago. I am inviting you to do what I am calling you to do now. You still have influence. There are people who need your words, your example, your steady faith. There are younger hearts watching how you endure, how you forgive, how you trust me when life is not simple. Your quiet consistency speaks louder than you realize. Do not underestimate the ministry of presence and prayer. I know there are moments when fear tries to creep in, whispering about uncertainty, health, or the future. Let me replace that fear with truth. I am not leading you into confusion. I am guiding you into peace. I am with you in every appointment, every conversation, every decision. You are not navigating these years alone. No eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind has conceived what I have prepared for those who love me. That promise includes you. Do not reduce it to only heaven after life on earth. I am speaking about moments of grace, restoration, joy, and fulfillment that still await you here. There are blessings prepared that you have not yet encountered because the time was not right until now. I am able to do immeasurably more than all you ask or imagine. I know you have learned to ask carefully, sometimes modestly, because you did not want to be disappointed again. I understand that, but do not shrink your faith to protect your emotions. Trust me enough to believe that I am still generous, still creative, and still attentive to your prayers. I am not finished writing your story. There are chapters of peace that will replace years of striving. There are moments of clarity that will answer questions you carried for a long time. There is joy that will feel different than youthful excitement, but deeper and more lasting. This season is not about proving anything. It is about receiving what I have prepared. You do not need to rush. You do not need to compare yourself to anyone else. Walk with me at the pace I set for you. Let each day unfold with trust. When worries arise, bring them to me without hesitation. I am not burdened by your concerns. I welcome them. I am asking you to lift your eyes again and see the future through my promise, not through fear. The days ahead are not empty. They are filled with purpose, meaning, and my presence. Stay attentive, stay open, stay willing. My beloved child, I want you to hear this final truth with a calm and open heart. The days ahead of you are not meant to fade quietly into the background. They are not meant to be overlooked or diminished. I have declared that your latter days will be greater than your former days, and I do not speak carelessly. What I have spoken carries weight, purpose, and certainty. You may look back on your life and see seasons of strength, productivity, and visible success. You may remember years when you felt useful, needed, and affirmed. And now, in quieter days, you may wonder how greatness could still apply to this season. Listen to me carefully. Greatness in my kingdom is not measured by noise, speed, or public recognition. It is measured by depth, faithfulness, and alignment with my heart. Your latter days are greater because they are rooted in understanding. You know me now in ways you did not before. You have learned to trust me not only when things go well, but when they do not. You have learned to rest instead of striving, to listen instead of rushing, to surrender instead of controlling. This wisdom did not come easily, and it did not come quickly. It was formed through years of walking with me. I am not asking you to relive your past or compete with it. I am inviting you to step into a season where fruit is quieter but richer. There are prayers you pray now that carry more authority because they are shaped by endurance. There are words you speak now that carry peace because they are free from the need to impress. There is love in you now that is deeper because it has been tested and refined. I know there are moments when regret tries to surface. You think about what you wish you had done differently, what you wish you had understood sooner. Release those thoughts to me. I do not define you by what you missed. I define you by what I am still doing. Redemption does not belong only to the beginning of life. It belongs to every stage. I am preparing moments ahead that will affirm my faithfulness to you. There will be answers that come gently, without drama, but with clarity. There will be relationships that heal quietly. There will be peace that settles into your days like a steady companion. These are not small blessings. They are evidence of my care. Your latter days will speak louder because they will testify of my consistency. Others will see how you finish. They will notice your calm, your trust, your hope. They will see how you hold on to faith without needing constant reassurance. Your life will preach without words. Your endurance will inspire without effort. I am also reminding you that my promises extend beyond what you personally witness. Some of the greatest fulfillment will come through your family, through the prayers you prayed long before results appeared. Do not measure impact only by what you see with your eyes. Much of what you have sown is still growing, still unfolding, still moving toward the fulfillment I promised. I am with you in your mornings and in your evenings. I am present in the quiet hours when memories surface and questions arise. I am not distant in this season. I am near. I am attentive. I am gentle. Let that truth replace any sense of abandonment or insignificance. I want you to live these days without fear. Fear does not belong to this season. Peace does, trust does, gratitude does. Wake up each day knowing that I am guiding you, sustaining you, and walking with you step by step. You do not need to know everything that is coming. You only need to know that I am already there. Rest in the assurance that I finish well. What I start, I complete with care. Your life is not ending in weakness. It is maturing in strength. It is not closing in disappointment. It is settling into fulfillment. Your latter days will carry weight because they are grounded in truth. They will shine because they are free from striving. They will matter because they are lived in union with me. Walk forward without fear. Speak with confidence. Rest with peace.